Here at the Unconventional Resources Technology Conference in Denver, Colorado, one of the topics being discussed was sustainability, job creation, and public image. One of the speakers in that event was Mark Guest. You're joining us right now. You're with oilcareers.com.
That's right, yep.
Tell us a little bit about your company.
Oil Careers, we're a job board, so we facilitate the employment of people in the oil and gas industry on a global basis.
So what is it that you brought to this conference that you were talking about in this last forum?
My key message in this conference is one that I try and deliver a lot of the time, and that is that there's not enough people coming into the industry. There's too many people who are heading out of it. 69% of people who work in oil and gas are over 40 and heading towards retirement. And we don't bring enough people in. And one of the reasons we don't bring enough people in as a whole into the industry is the right messages aren't getting out there about the industry.
So how would you like to see that change then?
I think we need to explain what we do. There was a few comments there made by the other panelists. Social license of being allowed to operate. I think that's very important. It is a case of getting the messages out there beyond the immediate people who live in the communities, but further afield so that the industry is seen in a positive light. And we also need to demystify. That was another comment that was made through there. And it's a case of take that the unexplainable part of the industry out, explain to people, explain to them what they get from it. It's not just the gas for their cars, it's also the soles of their shoes, which tend to be made of plastic. A lot of people don't get what hydrocarbons are really about. They just see the negative images which a lot of the media like to portray.
Right. When you're talking about, I guess, getting people involved in the industry, do you think the image of the industry that the media portrays or some environmentalists portray is hindering the industry from attracting people?
It definitely is. It definitely is. I live in Aberdeen in Scotland, which is focused on oil and gas. So a lot of the younger people there know what it's about. Their parents work in the industry. They benefit from it. You go 50 miles south of Aberdeen, you go to a city called Dundee. Nobody really talks about the oil and gas industry. They think about it as something dirty. They see it on TV as dead seabirds and things like that. They don't really understand necessarily the benefits that are going out there. So we do. We need to get out there because there's good people in there, good engineers potentially, and we haven't got enough coming from our own local communities. We need to be spreading the net, bringing people into this industry, and then we can realize its potential. Well,
we're from Alberta. And that's exactly what we find, is that there's not enough people to fill the key roles as well. You're not getting the younger generation coming in. What is your thought? Are you familiar with our province and the needs there?
I've got an office in Calgary, so
okay.
yeah.
So what do you see there?
I think exactly the same. I mean, we talk to people at the Global Careers Expo, which you have in Calgary each year, and one of the things we talk to them about is what do they want to find from the industry, what do they understand. A lot of people are queuing up. I think it was 10,000 queued to attend the thing. Most of them didn't actually really know what the industry was about. They were just seeing it as an opportunity to earn money. What they need to be doing is understanding that, and that is an oil and gas community itself in Calgary. So the wider message needs to get out there. It needs to go to the east. We ran a careers fair with our colleagues at Global Careers Expo in Toronto, and lots of transferable skills potentially coming through. But we need to actually educate not just the people who are coming into it, but also the employers that these guys have these skills, because again, it's spreading the net.
It's interesting because at a time when some people might argue that the petroleum industry was perhaps not as responsible when it came to the environment, it didn't seem to have as many problems attracting people, did it? Now that it's being more responsible and is trying to get the word out that it's doing that, it's got that old image to try and I guess erase.
Yeah, I think part of the thing is media. The media's changed. It's all accessible. If you are a lone protester who doesn't like the oil and gas industry, and unfortunately there's quite a lot of them out there, you now have your own platform. You go and create your own YouTube video, whatever. You can create your own thing. So there is a different message to be put across. So if we remain insular, and I talked about it in my presentation. I'm actually from a PR background in the past, oil and gas PR, and I used to think I did a very good job of presenting oil and gas messages, but I was really only talking to other people in the industry. We weren't talking beyond that. Now we need to be talking beyond that. We need to tell people about the environmental issues and how they are addressed, and Alberta's got its own challenges for that as well.
Mark, thank you very much.
No problem.
We've been chatting with Mark Guest with oilcareers.com.